Good evening, one and all. A very warm welcome. I've got a thing in the way. How do I get that off? That's it. Excuse me. Finally. One second. Hi, Rosie. Can you hear me? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Good evening. I was just about to say that one thing I can't stand is people being late. You never catch me being late.
Oh God, really?
I am, of course, joking. I'm always late.
Oh God. I was like, oh dear, am I really late?
No, you're fine. Absolutely fine. A very warm welcome to you, Rosie. Thanks for popping on. I'll just say hello to one or two people in chat.
Oh, we're live.
Hey?
We're live.
We are live, yeah. We are. I literally just went live as you went to join in. So, did that. Right, Gary Tucker. I hope all goes well for Charlie. Was that the first one? It was. And Gary, evening all to all my vaping family. Laurie, evening Laurie. Ping YouTube, you're live. Thank you, YouTube. Chris Haynes, evening to you. Get rid of this frog. I literally just stuffed my dinner down my face. I
haven't even had dinner.
Busy today as well. Was that your dinner?
No, it's going to be my snack until I can have some dinner.
That's not a decent diet, right?
I know, it's really bad.
Coil, eating all, messaging in case I'm getting operated on at 9. Back in hospital to get wound cleaned, repacked. Also found I had water in my lung. Oh, bless you, Coil. Yeah, fingers crossed. We all wish you every success. I'll sling that on the bottom there. Evening, Daniel. Apparently, I put 9 o'clock on the thumbnail, put 9 o'clock on YouTube, put 9 o'clock in the group, but apparently everyone thought I got the time wrong.
Oh my God.
They thought it meant 8:30. I do make mistakes like that, so to be fair. It's normally 8:30, but Rosie was busy till 9, so to be honest, I think 9 suits me better as well, because I'm always rushing to get here, but it's one of those things that...
I could have pushed it to 8:30, but then I would have been racing round, and I don't like going on when I've been rushing.
No, never good. But anyway, good evening, Daniel. I'll put your thing in chat. One of Chief Spanner, Mark Trigwell. Oops, seems it's the 9 o'clock start. Silly me. Yep, see, there you go. There's no. Rufus, good evening to you. I think it's... Oh, and I'll... Yeah, see? It's where confusions come in.
Oh.
It's an old thumbnail. I had to change it. It doesn't matter. That's true. See, when you do something for years at a certain time, people remember it, don't they? I nearly put 9. Yes, 9. I thought, nah, just leave it as 9. Lynn Smith, good evening to you, Lynn. Spanner number 2. Dion, evening, Dion. Mark Trigwell, I think I've said. Adrian Mason, good evening. Oh, Laurie again. Usually 8:30, maybe Rosie. Yes, see. Ladies, no ladies. That's what that is.
Hi,
Laurie. Mark Trigwell, I think I said. Dion, I've said. Kieran, another vape channel. Evening to you. Who else have we got? Just got back from the airport. Czech holiday was great. Wow, Czech holiday. What's a holiday? I did have a little holiday, didn't I?
know.
That seems a long time ago now. A long time ago. Jim Mills, evening. Mick King, good evening. Hertigoon on the line. Good evening to you. Who else have we got here? Craig. There's Craig. Fist pumping. Good evening, Craig. Hope you're well. Craig's happy now, you see. He's got his letter back here he's waiting for. Which one was it? Virginia.
Oh, amazing.
I think it was Virginia for pod. Laurie. Hi, everyone. I have been in a work WhatsApp. A work WhatsApp? I don't know what Laurie means by that. No idea. Chris Haynes, I think I said. Lynn, I definitely said. Itani Malik, evening to you. Hope I've pronounced that right. Anyone else I've missed? Yeah, Stephen. There you go, Stephen. Good evening to you. You're a bit out of season, Stephen, if you don't mind me saying. We've got a month or two yet.
Oh, that's so funny.
Albert Valenti, evening, Albert. Well, Craig, how old are you? He's done a Mrs. Slocum, but do you remember that? Are you too young for that, Rosie? Are you being served? Did you watch that?
No.
The older viewers will remember it. An old, an old girl always going on about my pussy this, my pussy that, talking about it. John McClintock, good evening to you. There you go. I was nearly right, Craig. Organic for Pod, Virginia. That was that, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. What's Laurie put? Mark, that was just an apology to everyone that was responding. Silly you, Mark. Oh, you pronounced that perfect. Thank you. Superb. Well, I've got something right today. That's it. Adrian, I'm melting. They're all laughing. Bless them. Well, what are we vaping on? Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second, okay. What am I on? Well, I can actually show my desk tonight. I haven't got a desk of shame. I've got a clear desk. But I haven't got the green screen on either, so I can hold things up. So I'm on the Diplomat. Come on. Boom, boom. There you go. Focused in. Diplomat. Nano. What have I got in here? I've got Red Virginia, which, God, I only made this the other day, but nearly all gone. Can't see it. Why wasn't that focusing? Focusing. There you go. Red Virginia. Bit slow tonight, that camera, isn't it? Yeah, I just love that Red Virginia. It's a bit of a... You have to re-wick regularly, don't you? But I do love it. So that's one thing I'm on. I'm on the... I can't remember what I called it now. Ed Zachary V2, Ed Mini Zachary V2. Whatever it was, I'm on it. The Mini. There it is there. So enjoying that. That's good. And in that I've got Matafina. I did do something rather silly the other day, and I'll tell you all about that. I had a laugh myself. Yeah. And I'm also on, I think our vaping choice tonight could be fairly similar, Rosie. I'm not sure. There you go. I'm on the 415 V2. So enjoying that. And Red Virginia in there too.
Same, yes.
2 lots of Red Virginia in, and that's all I want. Those 3 things, and to be honest,
3 things.
That's all I've been on for like 2 weeks. It really is. So there you go. That's what I'm on. Now show us what you're on.
Where do I start? I haven't got absolutely everything out, but You see,
Yeah, I can see it.
Asthma. Although I'm having to re-wick that before even getting through a whole nano tank. It is gunky, but it's
Which one?
good.
What have you got in that?
Basma.
Basma. Oh, the Basma is a bit of a wick killer, isn't it? But oh, isn't that lovely? That's another one of my favourites, the Basma.
And then I've got the Kentucky Grand Reserva.
Another one that you like, I know.
One of my new favourites. And then I've got the standard Virginia.
So is this 3 diplomats?
Oh yeah, but that's not it. That's not the end. And then I've got the red Virginia.
Oh, oh.
415, not 451.
That's Just hold that mod up again, Rosie. Is this a new acquisition or
Put its clothes on.
lovely? How nice is
It
that?
arrived today, the insert.
Say again.
This insert arrived today.
Today.
So I've got another couple of sleeves for it that came with it.
Very nice. Okay. Is there a story?
There is a story.
Sure.
So,
Oh, go on.
shall I tell
Story
the
then.
story?
Story time now. I'm going to settle down and have a drink. Listen.
So, as everyone will know, lots of us on the group have been eyeing up this Limelight side by side for months on end, but it's quite pricey, so I held back on getting one. And Gary very kindly pointed me to a link where somebody was selling theirs for a very reasonable price with, I think, 3 sleeves. So yeah, I managed to get in there quickly and get it. And
Billy.
since I bought a couple of, the inserts instead of the sleeves. I'll have to get all of its clothes out to show you all the clothes.
It's
Yeah,
close. Though.
I'm doing it. It's all coming out now. Boxes and boxes of stuff. Oh, and that's not even the end of what I've been vaping. The RDL Diplomat with Black Cavendish organic for pod.
That's something I haven't had for a little while, Black Cavendish, and I
Good.
really I don't know why I overlook it so much because it is nice, isn't it?
Especially the organic for pod version in the RDL.
Mm.
It's good. It tastes really refreshing, and when it's been warmer weather, I don't know what it is about the organic for pod version. It just feels like a summery vape.
There is a little bit of how would you describe it? Not perfumey, is it? But there is.
Yeah, I don't know.
How would you describe it? But there is definitely, there's something there, isn't there? That it is good. It's a very good summary one. Yeah, very
I
good.
think it's a little bit less nutty and earthy. Got
Yeah.
that from Nathan. I don't even know what it really means. You know
Well,
what it means, but you can't describe what earthy means.
yeah.
So the
Particularly,
organic version is a little bit more.
they're earthy. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And nice diplomat is on my wish list. I'm surprised there's any left after seeing what I've seen tonight. It's like, oh, this one, diplomat.
It's my favourite. I love it. And it fits on that. It fits on the side by side. You just can't beat it.
No, it does fit nicely on there. To be fair, it does fit nicely. Adrian Mason says fancy mod too. So, I mean, the Limelight mods are they are stunning. They love all the stuff they do is nice. You can't take that away from them, can you? So
I'm putting a sleeve on it, a half sleeve. So you can see it in all its. Ooh.
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it? The way they slot on.
I didn't think I'd be so into this Juma, is it? But when it arrived, I was like, yes, this looks great. Mm.
Yeah. Well, and you're pleased with it? You're smiling
I,
like that, so you must be really pleased with it.
I am really pleased with it, and Chris really helped me because for some reason it was reading the ohms about zero point 0.1 out
Right.
compared to my other DNA 60 balance. So I thought, surely if it's two DNA 60 mods, they should be reading pretty similar, or if not the same resistance.
Yeah.
So I had to plug it into eScribe, which on the Mac I had to it took ages to download and find the one that would work. And then to find a cable that would actually connect this thing to eScribe was another nightmare. But as
Yeah.
soon as I plugged it in, it was updating the firmware or something. And then suddenly the ohms were right. Everything was sorted.
All right. Okay. I've never
No,
plugged into eScribe on my Mac because you didn't used to be able to. It was Android only, but you
it's
can now.
the first time I've done it.
Sorry?
It was the first time I'd done it, and
Yeah.
I only did it because it wasn't working properly. I thought, oh no.
There's so much on there, isn't there? I did it on a Windows
Mm.
PC once, and I thought, set outside temperature? What's going
No,
on? I just want to press the bloody button and have a vape.
I know. That's what I wanted, and I thought, well, the ohms are out, but it doesn't matter because I've always got the same coil, the same tank, so
Yeah,
it's fine. But I thought it for such an expensive mod, it should really be reading the right resistance.
should be. Yeah, should be, shouldn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
I was going to ask you what chip was in them. I didn't even know what was in them. That's DNA 60 in there.
DNA 60, but apparently now they're making the color version. So is it
Right.
DNA 60C that
See,
everyone's after?
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, news on that. The new mod that's coming out by Centenary Mods, they're not now using the Yeehee chip. They're going to be using the DNA 60C, I think. So
great.
just, I don't want misleading when I told everyone. I even bought some of those Yeehee chips because I thought, what try one? I want to try one. I was like really looking, and it is that Yeehee chip is bloody good, really good. But I've had a right cleanse in here. I've thrown the packet away now. The holes on the printed circuit board are so small to solder. I think that's why they didn't go with it in the end, because the failure rate on them was quite high. You know, you have to have like the steadiest hand in the world to solder them without getting that blob hitting the other blob. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's part of the reason they went away from it.
When's this mod coming out?
I don't know. He did threaten me with a sample. I never got one. So, if you're listening,
Oh,
Roberto, um, and unless this video topic of conversation, I'll bring it up now. I've had about 5 of my YouTube reviews deleted today by YouTube for breaking some laws, rules, or something. I haven't had any strikes, but they just said we're deleting it, we're deleting it, we're deleting it, and they're just like the Bishop was one,
what?
Coil was another, the Wotofo SMRT coil build that I did. It really does niggle me. You know, I think we're not really doing anything wrong, is it? It's not like we're building devices for some some aggressive party. I'll put it as lightly as I can because I don't want another bloody strike. But honestly, what are we really
What was
doing
the
here?
reason?
And they're deleting the videos. You think there's a lot of hard work went into them. People can watch them. People enjoy them. It does annoy me. It's just like, anyway.
What reason did they take it
Well, they
down?
don't. They don't really give you a reason. They just say I broke some guidelines. Well, tell me what the guidelines are. Hang on, I'll read what they put.
Yeah.
What's this one? Pandora. That was one of them. Hi Nature. It looks like a Pandora vertical coil build didn't follow community guidelines to help keep our community safe. What I did was unsafe, clearly. We removed it from YouTube. We think your content didn't follow our sale of regulated goods policy. So would I show the box in? What would I do? I don't know. What to do next? Go through all your reviews. Make sure they're not...
What you've done.
I just like... doesn't inspire you to get the camera out and do another one and spend a day doing it, does it? Well, just, oh no, we don't like that. He showed the box. Oh.
That is so annoying.
It is. It really is frustrating. Diplomat, it's on my wish list. Yeah, I think I did that one, didn't I? Fancy. Adrian Mason says Fancy Mod 2.
Yeah.
John Vaping Joker, good evening to you. White wall green screen. Yes, I know. I took it down. I took the green screen down. We just got... Oh, which side's next door? That side. That's right.
Oh. Do it.
Yeah, I feel like it. So, yeah, I took it down. We had... well, I might as well just say we had the photographer on day to put the house on the market. So we've had a cleanse. So we shall see. Yeah, so white wall green screen. So I can now at least hold up a green. I've got nothing green. Here we are. I have got something green. I can hold up something. Hey? Hey? Oh, come on. No.
What?
What? Hang on.
I don't know what's happened.
Oh, no, I'm not on that one. Ah, right. Is it this one? Yay. I've got the green screen.
Green?
I've got the box ticked. That was why. So it wouldn't show anything green. Yeah, no, you're all right. You're all right. I've got you on green screen. It was literally just for that camera. Everything else wasn't green screen, I don't think. Hang on. No, we're good. We're good. Just checking. Yeah.
Have you got, Mark, you know, on your diplomat, the first one that you held up, the first diplomat?
Yep.
Have you got the, is it the DLC Madison?
The DLC?
Madison drip
Madison,
tip.
yeah, it is, I think. Yeah, that is the Madison.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah.
Is it the polished one?
It's the, no, it's that, what do they call it? The what's that material? The expensive one.
DLC.
Yeah, the DLC. It's polished. I think. Yeah. It was Roberto actually sent me this as a freebie.
Oh. Well, you know the Lincoln. Doesn't it go well with the 415?
It does, doesn't it? I've got the standard drip tip on it, and it won't be staying there. I will be replacing it with something different. It's all right, but
like it's made for it.
Looks quite funky, that. So how are you getting on with that?
The 415?
Yeah.
Well, now that I'm wicking it, right, it's great.
I wasn't going to mention that at all.
I don't mind mentioning it because, you know, it's still actually not been that long. Well, about 6 months now. But because I don't have loads of experience with new tanks and not following a review to do it for the first time, I tried to follow, was it Nathan's wicking of the V1 415?
Yeah.
And I think it is, well, slightly different. And because that was what I was using as my guide, the first time that I tried wicking it, I put in probably double the amount of cotton I was meant to have in there. It still actually worked and tasted quite
It
good.
worked, but just you had a bit of overrun, didn't you? So
Yeah,
we had a chat.
that
And
sorted it out. And then
just think,
after that, realised that I was also putting too much cotton in the diplomats.
so have they come alive now for you, the diplomats? Since because
Well, they were already alive. That's the crazy thing. I think it was because what I would do is use the 2.5 cotton,
yeah,
but rather than taking a piece off before, I would thin it out. So it was only slightly too much cotton, but I think because, yeah, I've just been kind of learning as I go along. I don't know what looks like it's on the verge of flooding and what is just right. And
I
I
always
think
it's on the point of leaking. You've got it perfect.
once you said that, I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to try this. And since I've done it, it's kind of like
Where was
I'm in
that picture I
a
showed? Right, just
stratosphere of flavour.
everyone can see. This is, it's not that I know everything or anything like that, but I was the 2.5, the Naturvape cotton Rosie's talking about, the 2.5 millimeter one. I still think for a 2.5 mil coil ID, it's too fat, and I take a strand off. And this picture here, if it will come, yeah, the top bit of cotton was the bit that I showed that I'd taken off. So, and the bit underneath was obviously the bit I used, and the length of the cotton on the diplomat was what you can see on the build tab. It's good being able to use your phone on here, isn't it? And show pickies. How easy does that make life? But
I've been using even less cotton than that now.
oh, have you?
Well, it's not flooded yet, so I've taken your advice on the verge of flooding, and
Yeah.
it's worked fine.
Mm, mm.
But that 415, the first time I wicked it, it just reminded me that even though I've been doing it for a little bit now, if it's a new tank that I've not used before, it is trial and error for me. Like it's really hard to get it right
Rose,
first time.
it is for all of us, and
Yeah.
we just we try to get a new art in. No, and I hadn't watched anything. I put the cotton in. Like you, I left the legs too long. I thought, nah, I let go of the button. There's a little bit of an overrun, and I thought, no, let's take it apart again. And I tried shorter cotton, really short, put it in, and it's been gorgeous ever since. So yeah,
Mhm.
you can leave the cotton too long, can't you? And it really doesn't help. Yet, like the old K funds, you had to use lever load because they had such deep juice wells, so you had to pack them right to the bottom. So
See, I think with the K-Funs, because they kept leaking on me until I used with a 2.5 ID coil the 3 millimeter cotton and really stuffed it down in the juice wells. That's the only way I could get it to work. So I think after that, I always assumed, oh, I'm not putting enough cotton in. And also in Nathan's video, he kept saying, you need 2 mounds. Your cotton has got to look like 2 mounds.
oh really?
415, yeah. So I was like, oh God, better make these look like 2 mounds. And yeah, forgetting he uses 70/30 as well. But
Oh, does he? I can
I
remember.
think so, yeah.
Yeah. Chris Haynes says the Basma is horrible stuff. We know you don't like it, Chris. We know. That's why he orders so much of it.
I have just re-wicked the Basma and be interested to see how gunky it is already.
I'm not going to show you my coil because I have got the coil of shame. What I did
Oh,
this,
mine might be. I'm going to show
I,
you now.
I re-wicked one this morning. Oh, that's mint.
I've re-wicked that just before.
Yeah, that's mint, that is.
Oh, yeah.
Diet leave, haven't done yet. I can't remember. I wicked one of these this morning. Oh, I know which one it was. I re-wicked the 415 this morning. I haven't done the diplomat yet.
Well, now I'm not faffing around with thinning out cotton. It's saving me loads of time.
It does. It's quick as quick things. If you just, I don't thin it, I don't rake it, I just snip, bush it a little bit, curl it underneath, just give it a little wiggle side to side and lid up. And I just prime the coil itself. I don't put a lot on the cotton. I let that soak up and
Okay.
expand itself and sort of fill that void. If you put cotton on each end of the wick and tap it down, you're just compressing the cotton, really. You're making it have a space. So leave it dry, let it soak it up, it'll fill that space and the juice flow will be better.
I remember you saying about running the pin through the juice well. Do you still do that?
Yeah, I did at one point because I was getting the same as you, overrun. And I thought,
Mm.
it's not the biggest of holes for the juice to go through. So I just got a pin and wiggled it side to side. But now I cut the wicks shorter. I don't, and just once it's in, I'll just sort of fan it side to side. I don't need to, it's not a problem. Adrian says that you're selling him on the Diplomat. Have you not got Diplomat, Adrian?
Must get. Oh, it's so
I'm
good.
surprised. I am surprised.
I think I've got 4 now.
Oh,
Yeah, I've gone wild.
so you got
Oh.
4 Diplomats and 8 decks, have you? A bit like Trigger's broom.
Only 4 decks.
4 decks.
And I finally broke the nano glass. Only 1 though.
You did.
The rest of them are fine.
I have noticed a lot of people have been buying the PCTG tank since we've had them in.
Well, I've still got the nano quartz on all of these. So I only broke 1, and I think back to how I broke it. I think I put it on and it was dry.
Right.
But since then,
Broke
I've-
Nathan's big one, but I haven't broken it.
yeah. Oh,
Chris Aid says on a limelight. He's on a limelight as well. Mark Tridwell, you succumbed, Rosie. What did you succumb to?
I did. I didn't intend to, but it was there, and it was just there.
What, the limelight? Is he talking about the limelight?
Yeah, because it was such a good price, and it came with all these sleeves.
What's Laurie put? Laurie, this would be interesting. You mentioned re-wicking, Rosie. When I started with the Diplomat, it lasted 10 days before going all burnt. These days, it only lasts 1 or 2 days. I wonder why.
What juice have you got for it to last 10 days?
Oh, what does Laurie vape?
Custard.
It is a custard, but I'm trying to think what it is.
Vanilla custard.
Yeah.
I think I remember right. But
I wonder why. Maybe like, it is easy to fall into, you think, oh, a bit more wick, and then you think that was right, and you can kind of get into a bad habit. I think sometimes you just got to just look at it and work it out in some ways. Just think, I always do. I sort of take it apart, I look, and I think, yeah, and kind of get to know the RTA as well.
the one that did work first time was the RDL.
The RDL.
Yeah, so
yeah, those was a lot bigger juice,
yeah.
aren't they?
Haven't had any leaking yet. It's the flavour's so good. It really is. I mean, it's still I prefer the MTL overall, but I am loving the RDL as well.
I do. I've got my
you-
up there, so I'm not using that at the minute.
And that, because it's the organic for pod, that's been for about 4 refills.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they do last a lot longer, don't they?
Mm.
Lee says, and down the hole she went. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dion, I bought the Dyco side by side instead of.
Down the hole she went.
Gary Tucker's having a smile. B. Cavendish has that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Mark Trigwell. A floral note. That's what I was trying. I was trying to think of like perfume, but it isn't. He's right. Floral note, 100%. Mark Trigwell's just won comment of the night. I have to be corrected.
Did you say you got the Red Virginia in the 415 as well?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it in the 415 and I've got it in the Diplomat, but I've got Matafina in the Ed. What's this? John Vaping Joker. Mark, I smell bullshit, buddy. About what? Tell me what I've done. Tell me why you smell that scent. John, good evening to you.
Which I'd be interested to know which airflow pin you use in the 415 because I changed it for the 2.
Yeah, I left the one that came with it, but it may be a little tight. It's a
I
little
thought
bit tighter than I've got the Diplomat on.
because I tried the one that was 2 1mm, thinking maybe that'll be a bit too airy, but because it's 2 holes rather than 1, I think that's like about on par with how I have the Diplomats.
Yeah, and I think I told you wrong the other night. I do have the Diplomat with the airpin that comes with it on the third biggest hole.
Same, yeah.
Lee, he's not in the office. I am in the office. I can't move the camera. And I haven't got a shelf of shame either. I've got a shelf. What if I can show you with this? I don't know if I can do the camera right. No, I'm not sure. I don't know how to do it. I'm not touching. But yeah, I am in the office. Well, in my home. It's called a spare bedroom. That's what it's called. There is some green screen remnant. Oh, well, yeah, when I held up the thing. What's that? A Wearer bottle opener? It certainly is. I think I got this free when I bought some Wearer tools. But I love it. Wearer screwdriver, but as a bottle opener. It's really good. I got 2 actually. One that stays outside in the garden on the table, and it's left out in the rain and everything, and it never goes rusty, nothing. It just always looks the same. Really good. God, everyone notices everything, don't they?
Yeah. You see my cat up
there. Yeah. She's keeping an eye on you.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's always watching over.
Mark says he needs to get a Lincoln drip tip now.
Everybody does. Everybody does.
Just Josh.
Made for it.
You got it on there, the Lincoln, yeah. On your 415, you got that one on, haven't you?
It just looks like it's made for to come with a tank.
Yeah, it does. It does look good.
It's got a lot of crud on it. Oh.
Well, that was a story I was going to say earlier when I said I did something stupid, and I'll tell everyone.
Go on.
I've had so much on the last few days with like selling the house, and you got all the other. I've got my mother stuff and an annual report, believe it or not, that you have to do. It's just like another set of accounts to prove I'm frittering her money away or anything like that. So, that's a nightmare. But anyway. So doing all that, and I'm trying to rush to get out, and my drip tip on the Diplomat, as you say, they do get a bit cruddy, don't they? And I thought, I've got to go. And I thought, I'm fed up with the drip tip. So I ran my kitchen sink tap, and as I often do, I hold it like that, and I get the water in my finger and thumb, and just go like under the tap, and then get a bit of kitchen roll and wipe it. Job done. It's fine. I don't take it off. I just do it on there like that. Well, because I was rushing, I was like, yeah, and I was like,
oh no.
And I got in the van and I went to vape. I thought, there's a lot of flavour in this. I was vaping water. It was like, oh, dear. It
Oh,
it,
that's so
it took
funny.
a mile or two to clear, but it did clear. Itani says, sounds like I'm not the only one to rewick every day.
All of them every day.
Mark Lee, do you sell the metal part of the diplomat tank? The metal. Oh, I know what he means. He means like the half for the taller one, the half bottom, I would say.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what you mean. I haven't got any, I don't think. I don't think I have. I did try to order them once, not this last time before, and I don't think they had any. But I will get them. If Centenary Mods make it, I'll stock it. So I will have them if I can get them. Jim, will the 415 do tight RDL, loose mouth to lung, or is it hardcore mouth to lung only?
Well,
Well, I
I've
haven't
got the.
tried any other pins, so I'll let you answer that, Rosie.
I haven't tried all the pins, but I've currently got in here because I tried it with the stock one. It was far too tight. So this is the loosest pin it comes with, the 2x1, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 times 0.8, 2 times 0.9, and 2 times 1. And then it's got the little ring on the outside, but I've got it on the most open setting the tank can be on.
Right.
And it's still definitely MTL, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to say, and that's what I would have said. You
This
couldn't.
is like the loosest it can be, like
Yeah.
3 air holes open. Yeah.
Quiet though, isn't it? Isn't that quiet?
Mm.
Oh, little coil pop. Lovely.
Crackly. And
Yeah.
there's not that noise after. I don't know what you called it just then, but
Oh,
that's now my yardstick for have you got too much cotton?
yeah.
And I
Well,
must look crazy because I'm vaping and going like this.
it's the perfect yardstick because it does. Overrun comes from like a car engine. In the old days, if it wasn't timed properly, you'd turn the key off and it would still run for a little while and then
Oh
stop.
yeah.
So that's really where overrun comes from. Adrian, I haven't bought any vaping gear in months and months. I'm mostly happy with what I have, and I'm concerned about the future rigs.
Mm.
I think we all are, Adrian. I'm concerned about the future, full stop. Never mind vaping rigs. But anyway, we're not going down that hole. Yeah, I know. All you can do, I had a word with someone the other day. They were worried, what was it they couldn't get anymore? I think it was a mesh for one of the mesh tanks. And I said to the like, I said, why don't you buy an RTA? I said, and that way you future-proof your vaping because, you know, if you've got plenty of coils and they last weeks and the coils, you know, you can go on, if you buy a few tins of coils, they'll last you years, won't they? So, and that's exactly what she did in the end. And it will future-proof your vaping. If you've got enough of the, you know, I don't know, not everyone's on net tobaccos, but if you've got enough of the concentrate, let's say, which can't really ban food concentrates, can they? These I don't see how they can ban them. So if you've got nicotine and PG and VG, you know you shouldn't have a personal worry. I don't think.
It's the
Yeah.
nicotine though, isn't it? Because I got that massive 250 ml, well, not massive, but fairly sizable 250 ml bottle, and I
Yeah.
have picked up quite a lot, but it's all nearly gone.
It's not.
Yeah, because
Oh,
well, it's all in, it's in the cupboard, loads of bottles of stuff. I've just mixed up everything,
right. You got to
so
finish.
it lasts a long time. But you know, that's my worry: is how much do I need to buy, and how long will it last? Mm.
John Vaping Joke. He's explained. Yeah, what YouTube done to your video, right? So he wasn't calling me out for BS. He was calling YouTube out. I I'd said something he thought was rubbish. But no, and I think they've done 5 videos today. They've deleted 5 of my videos. So they're obviously having a purge on my channel, aren't they?
It makes you wonder why it's taken them so long. Like, were they old videos?
Oh, some of these were really old. Yeah. It was a vertical coil I did for the Pandora. So it was just, everyone uses it horizontally. I thought of a way you could make it vertical and pack the cotton around the outside. So just something a bit different. And, you know, they've deleted it for whatever reason they see fit. But I don't know.
Could you ask them? I'd be interested to know what it is.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I showed too much of the box or something like that. Or I didn't put any links in. No idea. Chris just purchased 2 Lincoln drip tips for the fall.
Yes.
Free Rider Vapor. Evening, everybody. Good evening to you. Craig, sorry I've been ghosting. Hope everyone is well. You don't have to apologise for anything, Craig. We're all good. Ghosting's watching, isn't it? So that's all right.
Ghosting.
I'm ghosting you. I've caught up with chat. When do I ever catch up with chat? I've caught up. No one's going anything. So, oh no, I haven't. Craig. I've got over a litre. Put it on the screen. Over a litre of 72 milligram nic in the freezer, and just under a litre of 70/30, 36 milligram nicotine for all my short fills. Yeah, and I mean, I've got all what I need as well. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I need to buy more.
Yeah, it's just garbage, isn't it? Utter rubbish. I mean, I was saying there was an article on spice and kids vaping, like 1 in 10 vapes confiscated in a school that got spice in them.
Oh.
But that's not what we're all about, is it? Do you know what I mean? Kids aren't going to put a coil in and, like you, Rosie, carefully wick it and nurture it and buy a Diplomat drip tip for it and then chuck spice in it, are they?
Oh God, I feel crazy now. Crazy.
No, but it's this is the hobby side of it that I think it is, and then you've got all the news agents and everyone else that's selling all the plastic pods and disposables and God knows what. Rosie, just put your additive in the freezer. Lasts for ages. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Nicotine lasts for, well, years and years and years in the freezer. It'll last for years.
I'll have to stock up. I thought 1 bottle would be enough.
Well, yeah, so it's 250 mil. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, a lot of people, they'll often buy a litre, to be honest. But
I think I got that because I'd never got anything but the Nick shots before, and I didn't know where was best to get it from, so I thought I'll just get that amount.
Yeah.
And then if it's fine.
So dare I ask, how are you getting on with the dreaded squonk pin?
Oh yeah, no, I've not managed to find one that fits it yet, which is fine because I can still use it as a dripper, and I've got I'm loving that Squape. The Squape.
Squape was a bargain, wasn't it?
Well,
bargain for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a gift. That was lovely. Yeah, I was quite envious when I thought, oh.
I know. I know.
No.
And it's in here.
Is it? Right.
So it's basically all gone now.
What have we got here? Craig, there was an incident at my son's school with spice and a disposable that required ambulance for those involved.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
it's quite serious. There's, these aren't. I mean, I'm no authority on this topic, so if I make a blunder, call me out. Please do. I don't care. I just say it as I understand it. I'm not saying my knowledge is right, and if I get something wrong, it's not on purpose. But these are artificially made, like what do you call them? Enhancers,
Yes.
whatever you want to call them. Artificially made things that they put. Who knows what goes in them? Who knows? You just don't know, do you? And there's so many, unscrupulous sort of people that they don't care. It's just all about a few quid for them, isn't it? They don't care what they're doing to other people. So there won't be any kids watching this, of course, because this will be for over 18s only. And perhaps there should be kids watching this, so we could tell them, Christ's sake, don't do it. Just remember the old drug, it was years ago, the just say no. Do you remember that? Just say no. If you get offered anything, just say no. It's true though, isn't it? It still holds today, doesn't it? Just say no. Walk away. But anyway. Feels like the same drunky monkey. Eating drunky monkey. Feels like the same scaremongering that happened as the TPRD went through to get us to stock up on juice and Nick. Took years to use that 72 milligram. Yeah, well, it's who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? But I did ask the question. My mother, you get these things. It's called DOLS, deprivation of liberty, and the hoops you have to jump through to get to the stage where I can sell mum's house and use that money for her care in the nursing home. It's taken 2 years already, and I still can't sell that house. And I was on the phone to them today. They were telling me everything that I've got to do. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Within 2 weeks, I need to send this report. And I said, hang on a minute. I said, I've been waiting over 2 years for you to do your job and get this thing passed through so I can actually look after my mother. I was really incensed by it. And I did say, I said, apparently it takes 2 days to get a right-wing thug in court. I said, but you can't rubber stamp a court document for me, for my mother, for a pensioner.
God.
Rubbish, isn't it? Anyway, I've digressed enough on that. I'll stop on that route. But it does make you... I mean, Tina even said, she said, you're going to make yourself ill. And I do feel a bit like that. I feel like white-knuckled over it all. And, it gets to you. It does. It really does get to you. Makes you a bad-tempered old git. Not that I need any help on that front. Just got the Lincoln drip tip. Thanks, Rosie. Mark.
They're all going to be gone.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Exactly, Craig. Always buy a reputable company. Not some dodgy bloke with an oversized raincoat. Boy,
God.
some of these sell the watches, isn't it? Tani was here in the Netherlands. They banned all the flavours and flavour disposables. Now the kids all get it from China or whatever. Totally no regulation and control over it anymore. And that's the trouble. It'll just go to the black market.
Definitely.
That's the word. Thank you, Chris. See, educated man. Synthetic cannabinoids. That's what I was trying to say. I just couldn't think of it. A lab-made drug. Spice is a nickname for a substance containing one or more synthetic cannabinoids. Perfect. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen again, Chris, because you're a man of knowledge, an educated man. That's exactly what I was trying. He's put it far better than me. But that was what was in my head that wouldn't come out of my mouth. The trouble is, you have to double check what you're saying in case you say something wrong. And do you know what I mean? They'll put a strike on my channel or something.
No.
So, Rosie, have you got your eyes on any other purchase, or are you done for a while? Because I think you've got enough. What? How much more do you
I
want?
think I've had enough for a long, long time.
Mm.
It's just, I think it's the hobby side of it, isn't it? It's like I've probably had enough for a while, but I don't know, it grips you in, doesn't it?
It
But
does. It does. Yeah. Until for a little while, until you realise, think, I don't need any more. Why did I buy it? You buy something. You go, why did I buy that? I don't need it. I've
this
got
is
that.
this is the thing with the is it the Ed X Mini? I've been
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I love the Kayfans. Maybe I should get that. But wicking them was a bit of a nightmare. I don't know whether I was well, I was packing the cotton in, but it did seem like I was putting a mad amount
You
in.
do
But it's
have to with them.
work.
They take the juice so easy, but they're a deep well as well. So and
Mm,
there's two holes at the bottom,
yeah.
so you'd literally have to get to the bottom with your cotton, and it soaks through.
Mm,
So yeah, you have to. But I mean, I think this 415, the engineering on that is a brilliant idea because you've got almost like a base plate.
yeah.
Then you've got the hole, so you can't put the cotton too far down. It will always let the air bubble come out, unlike some others that if you've got the cotton dead in front of that hole, it's like you can almost see the bubble hovering there forever and it just won't bubble up to the top with it. But that's not the case with the 415. It's very good, very clever design.
I'm loving it. I think I'm loving it nearly as much as the Diplomat.
Mm. Yeah, me too. Well, look, they're the I always take two out in case I get a misfire, a failure, or I leave one on the roof of a car and drive off like I've done
Oh
before.
God.
And
I've only got one 415.
as soon as I remember, I hear like oh bugger, I've left the crash.
Oh no, have you actually done that?
Oh, several times. Yeah, I've left my
No.
mobile phone on top of cars as well, driven off it. I've done all sorts. Yeah.
But you've not lost the Diplomat, so it's all fine.
No, no, diplomat. No, and to be honest, I haven't done it since I've been using that because it tucks in your pocket so easy.
Mm.
There's not so much need to. But I think this is funny. Chris Haynes, because I said he was educated and he's explained it perfectly, blah, blah, blah. And he's just Googled it, Mark.
I love it.
I thought that was quite funny. Gary Tucker, remember kids, just say no to the BASMA.
Oh, that's not possible.
Chris, the limelight rabbit hole gonna cost you. Yeah, it will do as well, won't it?
Oh God, it's Chris has got stabwood sleeves for his.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, is 3 sleeves enough? Do do I need a stabwood sleeve? Oh,
Laurie, she's got to go. Good night, all.
oh, bye, Laurie.
I'll put that on there if it'll ever work. Yep, sorry I have to go. Love the show. And actually, Rewicked has listened and put less cotton in, so we'll see if you inadvertently answered my earlier question. Look forward to the next show. Bless you. Take care, Laurie. And Chris saying good night, Laurie. Yeah, there was another issue I wanted to raise. I've got one here on the Ed Mini. Come on.
What is this about the top bit?
Yeah, I didn't realise they put the top cap on the wrong way. Let's put this on the camera here. On my desk of no shame. What's that there? That's my juice. Right, so what they did, I've just got a black one out to show everyone. Normally, you'd lift the top and press If everyone can see that. The badge. Come on, focus in, focus in. Thank you. Press the badge to open it, but they put them on back to front, so it's the other way. That can be changed quite easily if that happens. You need an 8mm Allen key. Hang on. Shall we see if I can do it?
Do it.
Do it.
The black one looks nice, actually.
There are, let's zoom that camera in. Wrong way. In you come, in you come, in you come. That'll do. There are inside here some like little nibs. You can barely see them inside. Let's get an 8mm. I've got one in there. This is where it'll probably all go bandy and wrong. Right, that's an 8mm. Sure, it was an 8mm. Yes, look at that, look. So an 8mm will slot in there. Do I need the thing, or can I just unscrew it? See what I'm doing. I think that's unscrewing.
So you put the Allen key in the top?
Yeah, where the drip tip goes, stick an 8mm Allen key in there. Right, hang on, something's happened. There you go. Take the top off, and there's like a chamfered bit here. So I've got to remember what you do. Right, take that off there, turn it round, slide it in the other way.
Oh, and it'll work?
Yeah.
God.
Slide it in that way even. Right, should be that way. Put that back on. I think I've done that right. Let's just tighten up. No, look. Yeah, they literally just put it in the wrong way at the factory. Try and make my life easier. God, that's easier. Right.
Well, I'm going to have to get one of these.
That's nice and tight. So now should be, there you go. So now,
that looks easy enough.
It is, yeah. Now it's just so, if anyone buys, I might keep this black one for myself. I want the black one as well. So it's no harder than that. We had, we couldn't work out at the time. We thought, oh, well, that's a shame. They've engraved the logo on the wrong side. But now, as you can see, that does work properly. So,
oh, great.
Dead easy.
How are you finding it compared to the Diplomat and 415?
I like them all for different reasons. I mean, I love the engineering of this, and to be able to just lift, slide, drop your juice in, shut and drop. That's just doesn't get any easier than that, does it? I love the engineering side of this and the airflow as well. While I've got it open, does anyone want to see the deck?
I do.
Answer your questions as to. It is completely different. There are 4. Hang on, back on here. There are 4 flows here that the juice goes through there, and the deck has got that whole area down the bottom there, and you can see there are, I don't know if you can see it, where the wick goes.
It looks
there's a hole going all the way through. Look, can you see 2 each side?
It does look easier to wick than the others.
It is. Yeah, I think they've done a really good job, personally. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get it.
There you go. So hopefully, if anyone's bought one of the Recca Vape,
Recavape, I love it. It's a
I
great
don't
name.
know, it's obviously not pronounced Recavape. It's Recavape, I suppose, but it just sounds like Recavape. Why would you want Recavape? That's how to change your top to make that correct. I haven't really got to the bottom of this tool yet.
Yeah, everyone was saying the tool was really good.
It is good. It's clever, and you know that kind of thing has been in my head for years, but I didn't really manage to hold it and get it. You'd think it would just lock in to the bottom, wouldn't you? So you can just do your wires up and make life really easy. But I don't know. I don't think it did quite, but I always do
Is
that.
it meant to be so you can balance your coil on the?
Yeah. Well, I'll show you actually. We're started, so we'll finish. Like a mini review, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mastermind, that was one. I'll start, so I'll finish. I come on with some random shit. Right. Wrong bit at the bottom. That's it. Everything comes apart so nicely with them. Right, back on the table. Yeah, even with this bottom bit, what comes apart and screws on. Oh, it does screw on. There you go, that's on. Right, the idea is you put your coil on there in the middle. Once it's on, screw that on. And then I thought somehow you hold it in position, but it doesn't seem to sit in the right. You'd think you want this bit longer, so that should sit in there. But I can't. It doesn't for me anyway. I don't think it quite does what it says on the tin. No, I can't. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. If someone can help me and tell me, please do. It's clever, but I don't see how that really helps you. And they put like a little hole in there to do your hand wire. You can put your wire through and loop it. I can see all that.
There were people that were saying they wanted to get it for that tool.
For the tool, yeah, but I thought the tool was supposed to hold the coil as well in the base, but it doesn't really sit in that little ridge that you'd want it to. And if you do, it's, well, I think, too high. You don't want the coil that high. Have I missed the point, everyone? What have people written? Oh, here we go. We're just in one. That's a perfect little coil. Night Laurie, night Laurie, night Laurie. Right, Tani. I've got the K-Fun X clone. It's also opposite as the original. Thanks for showing. All right, so he can now change his. Just Josh. Simples. Yeah, it is simple. Simple to do. Don't buy an Alton K-Fun X, I can tell you, Tani. All right, okay. I had a couple of Alton things. I haven't been that impressed with any of them. But the Recavape, their build quality just looked superb. On the 415, you got to say, Rosie, the build quality on that is brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I really, really like it.
Chris Haynes is a great little tool, perfect coil every time. Come on then, Chris. Come on here now with your camera and show us how to do
Do it.
it. Get you on here, boy. And JDJ, North America, checking in. Well, a warm welcome to you from North America. Anyone else get a late notification? I don't know. Tani says he got it right on time. Oh, cramp in my leg.
Oh no.
You get
Oh,
that right behind
I
me.
get that all the time because I work from home at this
Yeah,
desk. Oh, it's horrible.
sitting
Ugh.
at the desk gets you, reduce you to a gibbering idiot, doesn't it?
Also doing the accounts for work as well at the moment.
How are you?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a complete nightmare.
I will
Nightmare.
imagine. I get emails all the time from like vape shop. Can you supply an invoice, please? So one of our staff ordered one of these off you, and they didn't keep the invoice. They never do.
Oh God.
Never do. Just looks like a coil winding tool to me. The left side with the nib turns round. Yep, it does. But I thought it was also supposed to be used to install the coil as well.
That's what I thought.
It's a coiling tool as well. Yeah, I know that. The one side screws on the other way around so you can coil the wire and may fit then. The one side screws. Yeah, I'll get that point, that you can coil a wire with it. The Elton code 510 screw isn't a connector. The airflow pin is a connector, so you only have a loose draw. It must be stick out, otherwise the ATI will not. Oh, that's Tani going on about the Alton one and why it's so bad. I'll look for the Rika vape. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, it's good, Tani. Have a look out for it. I don't know whereabouts in the world you are, but yeah, it's good. It's a good one. But just change the top round. If that bothers you, it didn't bother me. In fact, I've still got it the wrong way on the one I'm using. But how quick was that to change, Rosie? Didn't take long, did it?
No. Oh, I'm convinced I'm going to have to give it a try. I was just trying not to get too many things.
Well, I don't think you really need any more, do you?
No, it's the fun.
Really.
It's the fun, and also, you know, those new hybrid coils.
Hybrid. Oh yeah. The Canthal and NI80. Yeah.
So at first it was the 0.8 handmade aliens I had in everything.
Right.
And I still use them sometimes, but at the hybrid one, I think I've got one of those in everything out here.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? They're nice. I'm pleased with them. Yeah, I've got one of mine's got them in, and the other one has got the 28 plus 38 1 ohm coil. I still use that as well. You know, I like that's a coil I've used for so long. But yeah, the hybrid's nice.
How often? Because I've had them in for about 6 weeks.
Right.
I really don't know how to tell when it's game over for the coil because it's still working fine.
Yeah, they work. They just lose a little bit of their oomph, of their snap, crackle, and pop.
I mean, it's pretty crackly still.
Yeah, I mean it's the sort of thing. If you leave it there for a little while and then you put a new one in, you go, yeah, should have probably changed this before now. You will see the difference. But they do keep working and working and working, don't they?
I'll probably change them tomorrow.
Why can't I ever get them back in the box? That'll do. Sorry, rustling away. Done. back in its box. Yeah, and you do find a brand new coil is just a bit more punchy, and then it kind of loses that a little bit. Loses that, when you vape, it doesn't go crackle crackle. Do you know what I mean? But they do stay pretty good for a long time, don't they?
I can only really tell when I'm re-wicking and glowing them that if it's newer, it seems to just, I don't know, glow more.
Quicker. Yes.
Yeah.
No problem at all with Tani. Daniel, Naturvape, them hybrid coils are great, aren't they? Yeah, he likes them as well. It might just be the little bit of canthal adding to the, you've got that little bit of flavour, different flavour, cross flavour in there. Because they do, stainless steel tastes different to NI80, tastes different to canthal. So, but a hybrid, it does just works, seems to, doesn't it? I think so.
It's my go-to coil.
Mark Trigwell, apologies, got the wrong reviewer. I didn't know what he said. What did he say? Scrolling back. Don't know what he said. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel's put his thumbs of many differences. It's a great post, that. Bless him. What is the time? Hour and 20 odd minutes we've been on here, Rosie. Where's that time go? Yeah, where does that time go?
It always flies. It always flies.
Does.
Yeah, I've still got, I think, 3 tins of those hybrid coils in my coil box.
In your coil box?
You don't want to see it. It's completely insane.
See,
it is insane.
Most people would have like a nails box with nail varnish and stuff like. You got one of them as well?
No, I've never worn nail varnish in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Not into that.
I just don't understand it.
Some blokes do.
Why would you want to do that? I need my hands.
One reviewer that used to, the vaping reviewer used to.
Really?
Mm.
Not with long nails, though.
Well, they weren't short, but he used to put nails.
Oh. Yeah, no. And also for playing guitar, I mean, nail varnish wouldn't be that bad, but yeah, doesn't appeal to me.
No. You wouldn't need a plectrum in it. You wouldn't need a plectrum.
I don't use plectrums. I can't play with no. Right. If you gave me a plectrum, I wouldn't be able to play. Well, I could have a go, but I learned without a plectrum, so.
I tried to learn the guitar as a kid, and it was just never going to happen for me. Never going to happen. I just couldn't.
Still play every day.
Yeah,
I love it.
Couldn't grasp it.
I think 2 guitars are in here. The other one.
Todd made the coiling look easy. Well, that'll be a first. I might watch that. I can see how you wind a coil with it. I can see that. But then when you put it back together the other way, it doesn't sit where I want it to sit to tighten the coil down. And I thought it would. I thought it would like almost lock in round the sides. Yeah. So you could twist it, lock it, and then just focus on your wire. But it doesn't for me, unless that isn't the same as the authentic. I don't know. Hertigan on the line. What's he put there? K-Phonics Lite Plus. If your mod's 510 has a weak or short positive pin, you'll always have an issue with those K-Phones.
I had that with the tripod on a couple of mods.
The tripod is a little bit of a bugger, to be fair, because it like the bits lock in. They can send your ohms all over the place if they're not really like locked in, and they can be. I love the design for a design point of view, but I don't think it's a design that functions that well. That's what I think.
Well, apparently it was the the 510 aftermarket, they were selling elongated 510s
Oh,
because so
well,
many people were having problems with
yeah,
connections. So I think the clone must have just been an exact clone of
yeah,
that
yeah.
issue.
But we got a few people not happy with it. As you say, it depends what modulars you've got as well, I think.
It
But
worked fine on the balance. It was just on the mix. I think it was reading like 1.4 or something, and this was when I was quite early on, and I just didn't know what was going on.
Herdigan on the line. I can use those K-funds on Dicos, no issue. If I, though, use them on a couple of other mods, I have the same issue you have. So most 510 pin, of course, the K-funds design. Yep, I'll go with that. That is right. Who knows where the time goes? Exactly right. Has gone quick the street. Well, that's nice. That means people are interested. It's good when time passes. You've done all right, haven't you? That's nice. See, that's what I love. It's a bit like our little WhatsApp group. Someone
Oh,
gives them information they need from chat, and then that's helped them in their way. I love it. That's what it's all about. Wendy Vapes, long nails. Is she still going? Wendy Vapes. I haven't seen it. To be
no,
fair, I
with
haven't
long
watched
nails.
any other reviewer really, apart from Nathan, in so long.
TAs with long nails sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Does this mean anything to you, Rosie? I'll put it on the screen. Is that
Nope.
is that a guitarism?
If it is, I don't know it.
You don't know it. On that note, Mark's
Oh,
going.
without a plectrum. Yeah,
Yeah, we were talking about the plectrum, weren't we?
that
But
makes sense.
what's a Knopfler technique?
I've
I'll have
heard of it before. It must be something to do with no plectrum. I can't think of any other
to carry.
thing it will refer to. Should we
Has,
find out?
tap tap tap. Mark,
See that?
on you.
Oh, it's named after somebody.
Is
That's
it?
the thing when I started learning guitar because I was set. It was just kind of a hobby, and I did. It was kind of teaching myself. And I remember way down the line, I thought, oh, I'll maybe get some guitar lessons. It's about 10 years in. And I remember having this guitar lesson. I didn't know what they were talking about because I was just playing by ear. Like I hadn't done any of the theory or anything. So it's a bit weird because it was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's always just been like my relaxing thing is just sitting down with the guitar
Yeah.
and just playing by ear.
So you don't use music then?
No, well, I can read music because that's how I learned the violin and piano. But guitar for me was the one that was the relaxing kind of hobby. The other instruments were things that, I started doing at school and ended up feeling a bit, the joy was taken out of it a little bit. But with guitar, that wasn't associated with exams, with school, with anything.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
And see, they're a wealth of knowledge, our lot. Look, Jim Mills, Dire Straits, Mark.
Oh, you've seen that? Nathan would look fantastic
Yeah,
with stripper
I wish
nails.
driven out. Poor old Nathan, the most least likely man to have stripper nails on this planet. So, has anyone else got anything else that we're drifting off conversation? Anything else that they want to ask before we say our good nights and goodbyes? That'll take a second or two to come through. Us Oldens, Gary, us Oldens. Dire Straits Oldens.
Oh, I've got something to ask, actually.
Oh, go on.
How long did you leave is it Merde de Cheval to steep before you tried it?
Yeah, I left it a long time. But Nathan said you don't need to leave it that long. But yeah, it's nice. It's not.
Because 3 months seemed crazy.
Yeah, I didn't leave it that long. I left it, I think, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and it was fine. It tasted really nice. But that is more of an all day vape. That one, but the other ones, I've got the other ones somewhere. More of a Latakia heavy. I don't know where they are. They're here. I've had such a clear up. Obviously, stuff's in boxes, and now the fun stuff is going to try and find where you left everything.
Oh, God. Moving is a nightmare. Ooh.
And
Oh,
we've got a neighbour who's doing his house up. Lives in London. He just comes down the weekend, does a bit of work, and goes again. He put his bin out. It was general rubbish, and I noticed. I thought, I wonder how full that is because we had so much stuff. I went and had a look. I thought, lightweight. He just had a little shopping bag in the bottom. I thought, I'll fill that up. So filled up next door's bin. He don't. He won't.
oh, God. Moving is such as. I worked out the other day that since I've lived in Manchester, I've lived in 14 different places.
Have you? Crikey. 14. No, I haven't. I don't move often. I've been here some years. But just time for a change.
Mm.
Time for a change. Bless you both. Take care, everyone. Mark Trigwell. Thank you, Mark. Frank Snowman, Eden. Frank, I don't know if I saw you in chat earlier. I don't think so. My K-Fun X Mini was reading 8 ohm on the Flexi. Reverse top fill was perfect with the logo at the front, but unfortunately the same short 510 issue on that mod.
Have you had that, Mark, the short?
I haven't had it, no. No, not. I've had it on. Well, I've had it on all sorts. I've had it on this V6, and I've had it on the Cthulhu. What's it reading? 0.89 ohms, which is bang on.
Is that the hybrid coil? Because the hybrid coil always, without fail, reads 0.79
What
for
is the
me.
hybrid in here? Yeah.
It's always bang on 0.79.
Yeah. Oh, it's 0.89 in here with an extra half loop to get the
That's what I do, yeah.
to get the wires at sort of north and south.
I wonder why it's 0.79 every time and yours is 0.89.
I don't know. I'm sure I've got that in here. Sure I have. But yeah, vapes well. It's not as quiet as either of the Diplomat or the 415. It's not as quiet, or as the airflow is not as smooth.
I bet the flavour's good
You can
though.
hear it more. But I think out of, these are the two at the minute for me. I think that's the thing. We're always looking for that latest, greatest, aren't we? Oh, that'll be even better than what I've got, and it never normally is. What you've normally got is, as good, if not better than probably something you're looking to buy. I'm not a very good salesman, am I?
Well, those Stabwood balances, I think it's hard to beat them.
Yeah, they are good. There's none left now. They're all gone. I think you bought them all. and
I
encouraged.
don't know what happened to me. It was like I just had this week where it was like, can you send me a picture of number 9 or number 20? And it just looked so good. It was like, I need that. But I love them. I use them every day.
They are nice. They are nice.
And I really like the fire button. I
I
really
do.
like
Not everyone does. I do.
I
You'll hit it with either your finger or your thumb, and it doesn't matter if you press it both sides. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. Gary Tucker said he left his 2 weeks. He's a creosote. First bottle finished within a month. Chris Haynes. Tani, thank you so much for the show. Thanks for the informative answers as well. ever so welcome. Pleased to help. And Adrian says DNA. I don't know what he meant DNA. I don't know what that was for. No idea. Hopefully, chip deposits.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put some of them in the balances at some point. Is it really hard to do?
No, it's not really hard. It's a little harder with yours because you've got 2 fire buttons, so you've got an extra mic. That's all. But no, it's not hard. I've converted one of mine, haven't I? This one's still got the 5A vape one in it. I was half thinking of putting the Yeehee chip in. What did I put the Yeehee in? Pennon, wasn't it? I think that was in that Pennon up there.
Well, the chip that's in the stabwood is pretty good. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I don't dislike it. The 5A vape one. It's all right.
God, can you hear that? There's a thunderstorm happening.
Oh, is there?
No, it's just suddenly the heavens have opened. Yeah.
Crikey. Well, it is Manchester after all. You know, you get all that there, don't you?
It's not good when you've got a leaking study.
Oh, have you? Landlord, get the landlord. Not paying your rent till he fix me leak.
Yeah, it's you can't see it from it. There's loads of patches on the ceiling.
Good, is it? Frank Snow, wish I'd bought the Blue Juma. What's Blue Juma? Blue Juma.
Oh, like this is the sleeve that I didn't think I'd particularly like, and then I saw it. Loved it.
It's back on light. That's why I don't know what it is.
The Juma.
Right. I'll trigger on my translator. That's DNA. He put DNA chip readings. Chip readings. Right, folks. Rosie, would you like to say your good nights?
Yes. Thanks again for having me on the show. I always look forward to it, and it's lovely to see everybody, and especially the group is so helpful. And I mean, Chris has been really helpful as well. When I couldn't work out why this mod was reading the resistance far too low, Chris spent like half a day
Bless.
trying to help me out. Yeah. So thanks, Chris.
Yeah, no, that is that, and that's what that's our little WhatsApp group you're talking about, isn't it? That's what that's all about as well, helping each other. Lovely bunch of guys in there. So it's a very small, select little group.
I think it's brilliant. Everyone's been so helpful, and yeah, I think lucky to be in the group, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's a good place to be. You've just reminded me. I used the phone for something earlier. Can't remember what now. But what I didn't mention, let's get it up. Where are we? Recavate. Here we are. The 415 V2. There's black ones coming as well. They're on the way. That's all I forgot to mention. So meant to say that, forgot. Ooh, phone's doing something weird. So yeah, if a black one suits your mod more, we'll have the stainless. So it's black with the clear and black with Ultim, as well as now stainless with clear, silver with Ultim. So it'd be four variants. What have we put here? You got a fan. John Vaping Joker, Night Night Mark, and Beautiful Lady. See, I'm just Mark. Heard you on the line. Great show, Mark and Rosie. You together have the best live show. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say so. Gary, thumbs up. Lynn, good show. Cracking show. Good night, all. Yeah, thank you, Jim. What's your French like, Rosie? Bonnie, you into Le Mans. There you go. That's as good as I can get.
Nope.
Chris Hayes, great show. Well done. Thank you. Chris says it's a pleasure, Rosie. There you go.
And a big thank you to Gary for leading me down the rabbit hole.
Gary for emptying your bank account.
Yeah.
Number 30, I think, of your Ed balance, says Frank. Tani, the balance, yeah, they are nice little models. We've got the normal black ones, but these are the stabwood ones, which are a little bit different.
Oh, it's a shame you can't get more.
I know. I did ask if they'd make any more, but they haven't responded yet. Maybe I'll get Recavate.
Do it. Yes, that's a great idea.
See if I can get them to do it.
You need more stabwood balances.
Stabwood.
3 is not enough.
Yeah, definitely. They are nice. Very nice. I think, yeah, there's nothing else really I wanted to say. Someone's put a really great show. Looking forward to the next show. I will try and do it more regularly. I have had, I know I always say it, but I really, really have had a lot on. It's my busy time with the other job. I just never seem to rest. Tina says, you'll put yourself in an early grave, you keep walking like this. But you can tell, Rosie, which one of us works outside more when you look at the screen.
I honestly, though, I have when people meet me, they always either assume that I'm a vegan or I live at Glastonbury. One of those two. And actually, recently, I went round to a friend's house for a meal, and they'd actually made me a vegan option.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone just thinks I'm a vegan, or at least vegetarian, if not a vegan. It's just a blanket assumption because I'm very pale.
Yeah. You're so good. Oh, what a nice bit of sirloin.
I know, yeah. Rare, blue. I'm not sure about the Glastonbury thing, though. I don't really know where that comes from.
I don't know where that comes from. No.
Looking like a pale hippie with no nail varnish.
Pale hippie. Right, okay. Yes, I will try and have them more regularly. It would be nice. I'd love to do them like every fortnight, really. But again, there's no point in doing one if you've got nothing new, nothing topical. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather have them like we have had a whole manner of things to talk about. One thing I probably should have touched on more is the RDL, which you've got, and I didn't but I think I discussed that on the previous show, didn't I? I'm sure I did. So Rosie hasn't let us down. She's got one on her pennant. Yeah.
It's really good. I was worried that the nose warmer, because of the capacity, wouldn't get through. It wouldn't last very long. But actually, it surprises me. I've got it on 30 watts, and that would keep me going. Get through a day, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Right, okay. Well, thanks everyone, one and all, for tuning in. And thanks for all your comments. As usual, they're just lovely comments and helpful. And it's just like a friendly chat in a pub, really, we have, isn't it? But was in a Stella glass, but with squash. All right, so until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.